YouTube, in today's video, we're going to be breaking down a super simple, really easy to follow haircutting system, but it can help you get really good results. And in today's haircut, we're going to be giving my client a super nice high taper with a really crispy edge, get him a nice finish on those curls, and we're going to have some fun with it, guys. We're going to start off with the Tomb 45 clippers set. I'll tell you guys more about that in a little bit throughout the video, but essentially we're going to want to start this off with the clipper all the way closed because I'm going to want his taper to have a skin tight finish at the bottom. Let's set our primary guideline in with the clipper all the way closed because a lot of YouTubers will tell you that you need to do this with the trimmers. You want to have a super sharp, precise line with the trimmers, but in my case, that slowed me down for many years. It's true that the trimmer will give you a very precise line, but you'll see as this fading process comes together how, it could slow you down if that line is too difficult to fade out. What it comes down to, guys, is that I want to have a very soft, blurry looking fade. So personally, I don't think that having a harsh, super sharp line going through the middle of the fade is going to help. It's only going to make it more difficult. So this is how we'll set the primary guideline, and we'll check back in here with the secondary guideline coming up. The secondary guideline is going to be done with the half guard all the way closed. And you've seen other tutorials where the secondary guideline is done with no guard at all, with the clipper wide open. And that's okay. You definitely can do that. But again, I'm looking for a softer guideline, something that is easier to work with, something that's easier to fade out. So if I go in and set my secondary guideline with this half guard all the way closed, remember by the time that, after this, our primary and secondary guideline, we're going to be fading downwards using our plastic guards, right? So if I put this guideline in with a plastic guard, it's going to be so easy to fade it out using a plastic guard. Now the other side of this is if I were to put this guideline in with just metal, right? No guard, wide open, that's a little bit more challenging to fade out. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I definitely think that it's going to make it a little easier, and that's what I like to do, is give you an efficient, easy, stress-free way to cut hair. And make sure that you space this guideline out a good bit too. Don't make it too tight because you need space to blend. You need space to create that blur. Here we are starting the debulking process and fading downwards. Now, I'm going to use the 1.5 guard in this case, right? I'm going to start with the lever wide open, and I'm going to apply pressure at the bottom of this guideline right here, and I will float my way up and off the head. When I follow up with that now, after I already clear out all the bulk that I need to and I create the shape that I want, now you could see I'm working with the lever closed, just a little bit beneath where I was. If you're not comfortable at all with the whole floating the guard system, and I recommend that you practice it, but maybe you start off on a longer guard. You can practice this with a number 4 guard, a 3 guard, and then a 2 guard, just to get your reps in and get used to what that feels like, floating it up and off the head. But I genuinely think that doing this saves you a lot of time. I like the 1.5 guard in particular because when it's open, as you'll be able to see here, it preserves a certain level of darkness, but it still trims the hair and it allows you to create shape. And then when we transition into closing the guard, that's when it starts to lighten up a little bit. And then you can really start to play with the gradients, and you can have a lighter, you could start to determine where you want your fade to turn lighter. So that's why the 1.5 guard is a secret sauce for me. Leave a comment down below what you think about this process. So hopefully you guys are able to see here kind of what I was talking about, how when it's open, the 1.5 guard, you can float it all the way up, right? And it preserves that bulk and darkness. But when you close it, that's when you start to play with the lightness. Now, how do we blend this last line out, right? We put it in with the secondary guideline using the half guard. So I'm going to jump straight to that very same half guard. That's what I'm going to use to fade it out. But now, instead of starting with the lever closed like we just did, I'm going to use the half guard with the lever all the way open. And you see how I'm repeating the same motion? I'm floating my way up and into the area of hair that I was just fading with that 1.5. Now, again, just like I was saying, if you're not comfortable with the floating motion, you can use your 1 guard here if you want, right? Just to kind of slowly step your way down in guards. But again, I encourage you guys, when you think you're ready, jump in, just skip the 1 guard. Because what are you missing with the 1 guard really at this point? The 1.5 closed is equivalent to the 1 open. The half guard open, that's equivalent to the 1 guard closed. I mean, to the 1 guard closed. So I think that, you know, really all you're missing is like the 1 guard right in that halfway position. I personally think you are more than capable of covering that with the half guard when you learn your proper hand motions, guys, right? So get through those reps, learn how to apply pressure at the bottom, float your way up and off the head. Don't rush. It's not about rushing. It's about just being efficient. Every stroke of the clipper counts. And you guys will get there, man. Let's watch the rest of this come together, and we'll get into knocking out that very last guideline. And you may remember what tool we used to put it in, right? Instead of the trimmer, we put the clipper closed with no guard. So what am I going to use to fade that line out now? The clipper closed itself. You guessed it right. But this time we're going to be playing with the lever, right? So some people are going to like to fade down, start with it open, and then slowly work your way closed. I say go ahead and start with it all the way closed, match that guideline that you set in the beginning of the haircut, and just break through it, right? We're gonna barely break through that line using the corners, pushing it up a little bit. And now it's time to go higher and go longer. So that's why we're gonna hit the first notch of the clipper, right? You're gonna open that very first notch, and that gives you permission to go a little bit higher, because that means that you're gonna be leaving the hair a little bit longer. And every single time that you push the line up just a tiny little bit, you go to the next level of the lever. Push it up a little bit, next notch. Push it a little more, next notch. Push it a little more, next notch. And now you could see here, I'm floating up. I'm floating my way up into the foundation that we set using that half guard and using that 1.5 guard. So please let me know what you guys think about this. I really think that this is this is the haircutting system. I think that using anything else, putting your guidelines in with the trimmer especially, is just gonna slow you down. Granted, maybe if you're used to it like that, you know, it could help you. But in my opinion, like, this is how I want to teach you guys how to do this. Okay, so, and again, now efficiency. So since I have the clipper in my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and use it for everything that I need it for in the haircut. If I can go ahead and sculpt the hairline, if I could do some shaping, like this is a taper. It's not like we're giving him a whole resculpt, a whole brand new shape. We're just maintaining him. So that's why I'm taking a moment there to go ahead and shape him up. But we're gonna repeat this process on the side, this side taper, and on the back side taper. Then we'll get into the lineup, and we're gonna have some fun with the lineup. So definitely stick around for that. But yeah, as we go ahead and watch the rest of this here come together, leave a comment down below if you guys are having any challenges with this haircutting system. Let me know. And here's another thing too, guys, is that I want to start being able to provide you guys the next level of support. Now, I want to know what it is that you guys need from me. So if you guys, you know, let's say if you want me to drop an ebook, or if you guys want me to drop a academy where maybe we could hop on Zoom calls, or even open up some form of in-person classes, let me know what you guys want. I have a whole form that is pre-built in the description. It should be like the first link. It's going to be a Tito Cuts further education request form. It's free to fill out. I just want to have an idea of what it is that you guys want from me. You guys want from me that can actually help you learn more. You know, I'm going to be asking questions about what kind of price range you're comfortable with. What learning style are you comfortable with? Fill that information out for me. And I purposely put this deep into the video right here, right about this 10-minute mark, because you guys are the ones that are truly in it for the learning. You're not here just because of a nice thumbnail or because you like the music or whatever. You guys are genuinely here to learn. So fill that out for me, man. I really want to see what I could do to help you guys. But yeah, let's do that, man. I'm excited to do something. I just want your help in determining what it is that we do. So I appreciate that. Now, if you guys have ever heard of Game Changer, you've seen this method before. He's a fire YouTuber, guys. OG methods. I don't know how he lines people up without no trimmer. He goes straight with the razor. I'm not ready to do all that. But I did learn the tiger claw method from him, right? So the tiger claw method, you can see here, it's almost like I'm holding my clipper with the lever open, almost like a trimmer. You're holding it kind of in that position. And I'm able to just drag down a few of those baby hairs so that way I could have something that is a little bit easier to line up. You know, sometimes I do this freehand, just sculpting downwards. Sometimes I do it with the half guard all the way on. But in this case, his hair was reacting well to having no guard at all with the lever open. So leave a comment down below if you've ever heard of this method before. Again, it's called the tiger claw method. I'm going to add, in this video in particular, I'm going to add a link in the description for this foam machine, because I saw the video that Beam was dropping about that hot lather machine, and that's an incredible piece of innovation. The fact that it's cordless, it's great, but not a lot of people are going to be willing to spend close to that $200 mark. So I'm going to have this one in the description down below, where it also pumps out really hot foam, and it just kind of gives you that same effect. You know what I mean? So follow up with a hot towel. This client has never experienced this before, by the way. So we had him on live stream, and he's trying his best to hold his composure, man. But my boy was not ready for this. You can see his face, man. He's like, what is going on? But it's fun, man. This is really fun, guys. You know, being able to give these guys these new experiences. He's like, good Lord. So anyway, we're going to let this settle in. We're going to comb it down, and then we'll get back to the lineup. This kid is so funny, man. Look at this. This right here, he's checking in the mirror. He's going to be like, yo, do I still have my hair? Did he burn it off? Like, am I good? Oh, man, it's just a hot towel. I love that. But look, we're going to be brushing down those baby hairs, those same ones that we trimmed using that tiger claw method. Now, for the lineup too, guys, I like to keep it real simple with the lineup. A little bit of spritz. I usually don't do all this, but I was in the mood. I was in the mood that day. A little bit of light spritz, cold blast of air. So then we're going to end up taking the trimmers, right? The Tomb 45 FX trimmers. Those are dope too. If you haven't checked these out yet, the link's also in the description. Compare the prices with YouTube shopping, but the fact that you could wirelessly charge them, or dock charge them, or USB-C, and they don't get hot, that's my pick right now. I like to go ahead and hit these back lineups right here, guys. You know, just make sure that you knock out the easy stuff first. It's a super satisfying lineup to do. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I love being able to send that lineup in the back and shoot it straight down into those tapers. Clean up over the ears, clean up behind. There's not a whole lot of technique that goes into this, right? So I'm just gonna let this part rock, and I'll check in with you for the front lineup. This is the part that has helped me a lot. I like to just make my first incision right there in the middle of the front lineup, okay? And this is gonna break up the job now into the left side of the lineup and then the right side of the lineup. So in my case, you know, I used to start like all the way in one corner and glide that edge all the way across to the other side. That made things a lot more difficult for me. So personally, I like to go ahead and once I make that middle incision, I'm gonna pick one side to work on, and I'm gonna finish it on that side, right? So connect that side vertical bar to that middle. Now you have one really good half of the lineup done. Okay, so you can step back, you can look at it at that point, and then you can assess, how does this look compared to what I'm about to do on the right side? Did I go, like, did I, you know, take the lineup a little bit too low? Did I leave it too low? Did I go a little bit too high? You can assess that at that point and see what you need to do to the opposite side then and adjust it, right? So I'm just going ahead and making sure I got everything on this side right, and then you'll see me return to the middle and assess what needs to be done to the opposite side to match it. Breaking it up into two smaller jobs has been so much easier for me rather than trying to tackle the whole lineup all at once. Because at that point, you have so many different points that you could make a mistake at, and you have to fix a bunch of problems at once, and that's how you end up with that weird squiggly hairline. I'm sure we've all experienced that one time or another. So breaking it up into 2 smaller drops helps me a lot. Let me know if you feel the same, or if you guys have a better lineup technique. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, in the beginning of the tutorial, some of you may have been concerned that starting with the clipper all the way closed won't let you get a super bald, smooth finish at the bottom of the taper, but that's where this final step of polishing this haircut comes in. Now you can go in and knock out that very last bit of bulk that you left at the bottom. Go ahead and knock it out with your trimmers now. And if your client's skin can handle it, follow up again with the foil shaver in that same area. You know, that's why I like to leave that bulk at the very bottom, because personally, you know, it helps my eyes stay concentrated on that area of the blend where that primary guideline meets the secondary guideline, where the whole transitionary area, it helps me keep my eyes concentrated on that. So, you know, it helps me. I hope it can help you. But if you think it's a total waste of time, if you think it's sloppy technique, let me know. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on that technique as well. Now, this is where I would love to give a shout out to my brother Fourth Ken, guys. He dropped a really good curl cream. It's called 4 Curls. I mean, the branding is on point, the bottle's on point. Check this out, guys. It's a really easy to use curl cream. You can see my client likes to have that sponge hair look anyway, but a lot of times if you just go straight into the curl sponge, their hair looks too dry. You know, it just won't look right. So I like to really work this in, get that in there, get the hair nice and moisturized, follow up with the curl sponge. Watch how easily his hair gets that healthy, full, voluminous curl look in not a lot of time. It's a really good product. Actually, my client, so he sent us all, when it first came out, he sent us a box of 2 of them, and we already, it maybe took us a month to run out of the first one, and we're fighting over the second one. So I don't know if this is out yet. I'll see if I can message him and get a link for you guys before this video releases, if it is available. But so check the description down below. But it's fire, man, and it works so good with the curl sponge. You can even use a diffuser with it, you know, for a different type of look. But it's cool, man. It works great for like super curly hair like this. It works good for looser curls as well. I have a lot of clients requesting this now. So Ken, I'm gonna need another pack, bro. I gotta check that. I gotta check your listing. Guys, this is the finished product, and thank you so much for sticking through this tutorial. Leave a comment down below. I want to know if you made it all the way through to this point. And if you did, I highly recommend, guys, checking out the 6-Figure Barber Mentorship that I have linked in the description down below. It's the course that Tomb 45 put together that helped me and 1,000 other students build our incomes past $100,000. And I'm actually a coach in that program now, so you'll go through the course, learn all of the marketing techniques that we use to build our businesses to be strong, solid businesses that generate well over 6 figures. And I'll be there to help support you all the way through the program, guys. I'm a coach there. I host live calls, and I can help you guys with any questions you have. I look forward to seeing you guys there in that program, man. Don't forget to subscribe, continue liking, continue sharing this information with anyone you think can benefit from this, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you again.